Okay, guys, this is going to be my review of the Fred Trilogy. God damn, they're awful films. Not funny. I mean, if you think a stalker played for laughs and literally his annoying screaming is funny, if you think tripping over things, if you think weird dreams are funny, if you think weird screaming is funny, if you think, running around and throwing a fit is funny, if you think someone blowing up a microwave with cheese fries is funny, if you think, once again, stalking is funny, if you think, what else? I mean, it goes on and on and on and on and on and on about all the stuff that, who thinks this funny? If you think annoying voices are annoying, if you find some voices annoying, and this is like an annoying voice, if you find that funny, which I mean, they're literally played for kids, but like, kids don't understand the deeper meaning, and if I were to rewatch it, I'd be like, what the hell is this? The third film, I couldn't tell you the story. None of the people in this film even, care. Like, the mother has horrible acting, Fred, I mean, they got a YouTuber who plays Fred, who's not a real actor. Let's just make this on Nickelodeon, hopefully this is good, and it's not good. And I could tell you, in all three films, the majority of these films are dream sequences. The third film, I couldn't tell you the plot. Because, okay, the final act is like this camp sports game thingy, whatever, and of course, at the beginning of the third Fred, they set up all these characters and all their, ability, or all their, uniquenesses, and of course that plays into the end. All the Fred films are so stereotypical, I mean, even just, down to, the story. Of course he's not wait, what? He's a vampire? What? Oh, of course that he's gonna feel bad for the teacher. Oh, of course he's gonna fall in love. Of course he figures out he likes his friend. It just, the plot's so dumb in all these films. Okay, he's mad that he has a delusional girlfriend that he thinks, a pretty girl in school is his girlfriend that he stalks and goes halfway across town to meet, and then when he figures out she doesn't actually like him, he's gonna throw his own party and give a non-invitation invites go to people, say, here's my invite, you're not invited. It's so dumb, and it's just, songs are horrible. The voice after 2 seconds are what? I don't know. I mean, it's clearly not made for me, but I don't care. It's if I'm gonna wreck shop on a film, I'm gonna wreck on this film. I mean, these trilogies. I mean, the first Fred is whole plot is chase is literally, this is the plot. Fred, and just, he's so dumb. Okay, he goes to the next door. Another family is inside the house that he thought someone else was living in. Instead of being okay, I guess they moved out, his first thought is, someone abducted Judy. What the hell? That's where your mind is at? He literally, every single day of the week, hides in a bush waiting for her car to come up. It's so, and then stalks conversations. Literally goes on Google Maps to find his house and zooms in on his father. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's nuts. And literally the plot is, Fred chases his girl, the girl of his dreams, who he thinks is his girl. This could literally be turned into a tragedy, a Joker level tragedy. An autistic. I'm just gonna assume he's autistic. I really am at this point. So an autistic, high schooler stalks, a pretty girl that he likes, who he, believes they're, dating and that they love each other, whom chases halfway across town looking for her, and who he stalks every day of the week to find her. It's ridiculous. It's bananas. It's beyond me why that's part of film. Beyond me that's not even at the end of the film. Oh yeah, we're gonna have another subplot about he's gonna throw a party and nobody's invited and who cares? I couldn't. the only funny part, like, and then there's this whole montage sequence of him tripping, a whole montage sequence of him screaming, a whole montage sequence of him getting angry, and then you move on to the second film, where there's just one random sequence after another random sequence. Okay, let's have a sequence where Fred's on a tank. Let's have a sequence where Fred's in a WWE fight match. Let's do a sequence where he turns into a dog. Let's have a sequence where he has a six-pack. Let's have a sequence where the guy's an alien. Let's have a sequence where my music teacher's in a pancake. Let's have a sequence where you get stabbed and killed. Ooh, you know, it's ridiculous. I mean, and the third film. Let's have a scene where he has a whole weird dance thing. Let's have a sequence with fat people. Let's have nightmare stories. Let's have Fred be chased by the FBI. Let's have Fred believe that he actually loved a girl and a girl loved him. Let's believe he was at a beach, and it's like Inception level stuff as far as what's a dream. I could tell you, honestly, in my opinion, I just feel like it's one big dream. One big dream of the actor. Go to sleep. Apparently I love this girl. I'm gonna chase her. And then there's like this other guy, and he goes into like a car wash, if I remember. I think he abducts a dog, and he goes to Camp I Wanna Pee-Pee. Who cares? Like, that is literally the name. Ooh, I want to name a camp that's funny. Camp I Wanna Pee-Pee. That's not funny. We're going to give the principal of this camp, because camps totally have principals, a giant wart on his head. And because cool people have hats with K's and have me shirts. And because cool people make fun of stutters. And because, the mother doesn't want to be in this film, we have to shoehorn in and make her have horrible lines. Sorry, Fred, you gotta go to camp. I want to pee-pee. And then he pretends to go to Camp Superior. And John Cena is randomly in this film. And then towards the end of the first film, you figure out the guy who was naked in the toilet is actually his father. Like, does that mean incest on Judy's part? Because if he's zooming in on Judy's father, whom Fred likes, and yet the mother says she knows him, the father, does that indicate incest if Judy and the Fred get together? Because wouldn't that mean that they're like half sisters or half brothers, whatever? What? That's not funny. It'll go through people's overhead. And then it's annoying. Literally, there's like 2 levels of comedy. You know, I think in a lot of different comedy movies, there's like multiple levels. This comedy, there's like probably a few. It's dream sequences. Let's make an excuse to have aliens and vampires and WWE and aliens and people coming out of pancakes and Fred turning into a dog and having ghosts, and why don't we just make it a dream sequence? That means the rules of comedy are endless. If you like absurd, dumb things, okay. Let's not forget. Like Fred, like everybody forgets. We're gonna have a comedy thing. Fred is like literally the second can also be a tragedy. Fred is convinced a teacher of his is a vampire, so he takes garlic and goes into a school play and shoots up all the kids with garlic. I mean, it's ridiculous. I think that the creator's mindset are, we can do everything because the people who will watch this film will laugh at anything. Because Fred's weird and kids like laughing at weird things. Yeah, maybe weird cartoons. But this ain't no cartoon, and to have the audacity of taking a YouTube channel who, was good in the 2009s and make a whole trilogy. It's bad enough that you're going to take this and, we're going to do a Fred movie. Like, I guarantee you it wasn't successful. There's no, how can a Fred film be that successful to get not just one sequel that was bad, but 2 sequels that are bad? What? Huh? What? I tell you, there's great movies out there that haven't even gotten a sequel. And yet Fred has 2 sequels? The hell? Next thing you know, I wouldn't be surprised at this point. If, I don't know, if The Amazing Bulk gets a sequel. A horrible film. I wouldn't be surprised if, clearly in this day and age, Howard the Duck could get a sequel. If the Fred movie, that has the lamest comedy, that has, literally the jokes are tripping over things, weird dream sequences, weird, dumb, annoying laughter, stalking, having people put poison ivy all over their face. Yes, of course, fart jokes, burp jokes, fat jokes. I don't know. Oh yeah, we totally forgot a sequence. Fred has to turn a sock into a 5-star meal. Like I told you, the plot in these films make no sense because the filmmakers don't try to have a good film, they just try to make sequences. How can we get to this sequence to this sequence? Well, why don't we say the vampire is in the diner? Okay, now we can let's make a sock burrito. Yay! Ooh, how can we have a WWE match? Let's make it a dream sequence. The hell? Who cares? Who cares? We need the camp to be named something funny. Camp. I want a pee-pee. It's not funny. Because when you have a comedy that has horrible story, horrible annoying characters, that makes no sense, then at least I would let all the dream sequences, I would let all the bad characters, the bad story go, if it was funny. Because, for example, Airplane is so funny. Spaceballs is so funny. Do the stories in those films make any sense? No. But it's a comedy. It's made for laughs, and solely laughs. And if Spaceballs was horrible, it would suck. If the comedy in Spaceballs wasn't there, it would suck. If Airplane comedy wasn't there, it would be horrible. Fred is one of those things. The story is atrocious. The characters are atrocious. The weird dream sequences are atrocious. So what has to work in order to make this film even remotely possible is for it to be funny. And it is absolutely not. By no stretch of the imagination. There is one joke per hour. Each Fred film is an hour and 20 minutes. Meaning there's probably one joke in every film. Joke in the first film. He digs a hole and then he ends up digging a hole to the neighbors who are Chinese, who he thinks are. So he said, "Oh my God, I dug a hole to China." And then for the second few, I don't even know. There was no jokes in the other few. I'm trying to think. But there was nothing. It was just, because it's literally, the film is just Fred's dream. And you know why they made Fred dream? Is so they can have an excuse to do anything they want. Because we want to have an alien in our Fred films. Can you imagine this is a pitch meeting? I have a good idea. How about we have a sequence where the vampire unmasks himself to be an alien and stabs Fred? Ooh. But we don't want Fred to die, and we don't want him to turn out to be a vampire. Dream sequence! That's literally the mindset. So nothing is off limits when it comes to the Fred films. If it works in this universe, okay, it's not a dream sequence. But guess what? Nothing's off the limits. Someone comes up to him and says, let's make Fred fight in the WWE. Dream sequence. That can work. Can it? So all of a sudden, in a random ass film, in a film that in the second film has to do with vampires, you're just gonna have this random wrestling sequence? Like this, and again, it doesn't, like, comedies are not always supposed to be great stories, they're supposed to be funny. Okay, so if you're gonna tell me, send Fred into a WWE match, let's have some comedy there. Let's do it. There's no jokes in that. At least that are good. The thing is, I can laugh with the film, or not with the film. I can laugh at the film. I can watch the Fred films and have a good time because I feel like it does have the it's so bad, it's good quality. Where it's like I'll laugh, like Fred's doing that annoying laugh. It annoys me, yes. But I can laugh. Ha, someone thinks that's funny. Ha ha ha. I'm not going to laugh at, I think his laugh is hilarious. I'm not going to be like that. So the Fred films, they're atrocious. They have no story, no plot, no characters, no comedy. Annoying, dumb, weird, outlandish. Nothing's on the table. Literally a Nickelodeon film that gets 2 sequels. And I will tell you, there are films out there that I would like to get a sequel. But no. We have to invest in Fred for the 2-year-olds that literally every joke and everything goes over their heads. Let's do it. Stay tuned for more videos coming at you.